Hajar Huwei. Kacingkran dari statement kepada kalian jongi Education Minister Ikran Kamong Kumne. It is not possible, and the reason that the government of Meghalaya as of now is not in position to regularize the SSA teachers, as we are totally depending upon the central government to give us fund for payment of salary. Kata kali kebanukong kepada kalian di Ikran, kebaar iong, we are not here to violate anything, but we are here to streamline education department. Kebalai iong, until and unless the government of India releases the fund, we cannot do anything, but we just have to wait. Kabasa uyong, I wish the government of India will sanction maximum fund so that we can clear not only 1 or 2 months, but 4-5 months salary at one go. Kabasa uyong, SSA teachers can blame anybody despite knowing the fact. Mga mene, piyamanjor na magiwan menta hakani kemadan. Kadaw ba kalau ba ngipin iya kada bangi persya ya kan ka statement kajong Education Minister. Piham dem. Ngam yosel piham dem. Mentangan pensyai ya kan ka statement kepada kalian jong Education Minister ila keren. Hakabay na ipat kamat kabanungkong iyong ba. The government of Meghalaya is not in a position to regularize SSA teachers, as we are totally depending upon the central government to give us fund for payment of salary of teachers. I want to ask the Education Minister why he as a minister is not aware of the RTF, why he is not aware of the SSA or the RT norms. Do we have to make him aware or to bring to his notice what is written in the RTF or what is written in the SSA manual or SSA framework? Today I want to bring to the notice of the Honorable Education Minister regarding his statement point number 1, and also to all the citizens of our beautiful states, Meghalaya. As per chapter 5, para 5.8 of the Meghalaya of the framework for implementation of Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan, it is clearly mentioned the recruitment and other service matters of teachers are under the domains of the state government, and the central government is only to provide financial support as per the scheme's norm. It is clearly mentioned here the responsibility to recruit teachers and also the service matter of teachers. It is the duty of the state government, whereas the central government is only to provide a financial support as per the scheme's norm. Here it is clearly written that it is the central government is just to provide financial support. But in the statement of the Honorable Education Minister, he said that the state government cannot regularize the service of the SSA teachers because the government of Meghalaya totally depend fund from the central government for payment of salary, which is a very irresponsible statement as a minister, and also a statement which don't have any pity to the SSA teachers. Point number 2, the Honorable Minister said we are not here to violate anything, but we are here to streamline the education department. Here I want to mention what provision, what section that the state government has violated. Number 1, regarding the recruitment of teachers. As per the SSA manual and also as per the RTF, SSA teachers should appoint as a regular teachers under education department. But here in our state of Meghalaya, all the 12,541 SSA teachers are appointed by the school managing committee on contractual basis under the state implementation society, which is the first violation of the SSA norms and the RTE Act. Number 2, according to the letter sent by the Ministry of Human Resource Development, which at present known as the Ministry of Education, Government of India, dated 1st January 2014 to all states and union territories in India. It is clearly mentioned in the letter, the state should maintain unified teaching cadres and no separate SSA cadres is permissible, as all teachers are ultimately to be born on the state and UT government. Which is clearly mentioned here that there should be no SSA teachers or that all teachers are the government teachers, which is the second violation of the RT norms and the SSA manuals by the government of Meghalaya. Number 3, according to the framework and guidelines of SSA and RTR, it is clearly mentioned the salary structure will be determined by the state government. But if we go with the statement of the Honorable Education Minister, he's trying to run away of taking responsibility by blaming the central government. Whereas the norms and the acts say otherwise. It is clearly mentioned that the salary structure will be determined by the state government. Number 4, the SSA norms and the RTR, it is clearly mentioned there will be no separate teachers as sanctioned by the central government. Rather, all teachers are ultimately the responsibility of the state government. So all these norms which I have read just now, I want to put a big question mark to the Honorable Education Minister. Are you dare enough to come again in front of the media and let us know that you are not violate any of this norm? If you are dare enough, I, as the President of the Meghalaya SSA School Association, Today, I announce an open debate between me and you. Today I announce an open debate between me and the Honorable Education Minister, so that all the SSA teachers in the state of Meghalaya and the citizens of Meghalaya will know what is the fact. In his statement, he is talking about the facts. So this is the facts. We have all the facts and figure with us. So why he's trying to mislead the teachers, in particular and in general, why he's trying to mislead the citizens of Meghalaya? Today, I think you agree with me. Honorable Education Minister Lakman Rembui is not fit to hold the portfolio of Education Department. He is not fit to hold the portfolio of the Education Department. If you are agree with me, we will take the first resolution today from the student field that within 2 weeks we will demand from the Honorable Chief Minister to take away the portfolio of education from Education Minister. Are we agree on that? Are you agree on that? So this is the first resolution. I want to send a clear message to the MDA government that within 2 weeks, the Honorable Chief Minister should take away the portfolio of Education Department from Lakman Rembui, because he is the irresponsible Education Minister I have never seen. And number 3, it is very shameful for for all of us, and I think for the entire state of Meghalaya, the statement of the Honorable Education Minister, he said, until and unless the government of India releases the fund, we cannot do anything. What a shameful statement. We have elected them as our representative to fight for our rights. If there is something between the center and the state, it is their duty to fight for us. Yes or no? Yes! But his statement here, he mentioned, we cannot do anything. That's why we demand it's better to take away the portfolio of education from him, because he cannot do anything. Also, he added, what we can do is we just have to wait. What kind of education minister he is? We just have to wait. We have suffered for 162 days till today. I remember when we organized a 2-day mass casual leave, that is on 11 and 12 of October 2021. The government sent us a letter that the state government did not grant us a permission to move ahead with this 2 days mass casual leave because it violates the RTE norms related to the right of the children. We teachers, we are suffering without pay. We are working without pay for 162 days till today. Why we don't have any right? Why the government of Meghalaya trying to ignore the provision and the section which stated specific related the welfare and the benefits of the SSA teachers in the RTE. Number 4, he mentioned, I wish the government of India will sanction maximum funds so that we can clear not only 1 or 2 months but 4 or 5 months salary at one go. He just wish. It seems that he's not doing anything, but just by wishes everything will be possible. Just by wishes. He thinks that everything will be possible. See, his statement, he mentioned, I wish that the government will sanction maximum funds so that we can clear not only 1 or 2 months, but for 4 to 5 months salary. What a shameful minister. That's why I'm saying, we have never seen such a foolish education minister till today. I also want to inform to all the SSA teachers today, as per the cabinet meeting of the union government, which was held on 4th of August 2021, it is clearly mentioned in that letter that the central government has given its approval for extension of Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan scheme for another 5 years, which will be effective from 1st April 2021 and will be ended on 31st March 2026. The question here is, if we go as per the statement of the Honorable Education Minister that the government cannot regularize or post, what will happen to us, the SSA teachers, after 31st March 2026? Number 2, I want to bring to the notice of the Honorable Education Minister, as per this approval, certain norms has been changed. I want to mention specific related the norms for financial support for SSA teachers' salary. In the first financial year, means in the financial year 2021-22, the central government will send to the state regarding its central share 100%. In the next financial year, that is in the year 2021, 2022-23, it will be reduced by 5%. In the next financial year, it will be reduced by 10%. In the next financial years, it will be reduced by 15%. And in the next financial years, before the ending of 31st March 2026, it will be reduced by 25%. Now the question here is, if the state government, as mentioned by our Honorable Education Minister, that they totally depend on the central government regarding the fund for payment of SSA teachers' salary, what will happen to us? Because the central government keep on reducing its share. Not only that, I want to bring to the notice of the Honorable Education Minister for his kind information from the year 2021 onwards, that is from 1st April 2021 onwards, the financial support from the central government will not be as per the sanction post of teachers. That is the norms which was passed earlier. 15,000 for lower primary for one teacher, 20,000 for upper primary for one teacher will be the financial support from the central government to each and every state. That will not be there. From 1st April 2021 onwards, it will be just a lump sum grant. Central government will not base anymore as per the sanction post. Now the big question mark is, and the big problems which are waiting for our state government is, after they receive the fund from the central government, whether they have prepared or not to bond the additional amount. Whether they are prepared or not to bond the additional amount. Because the central government will just send a lump sum grant. Another question I want to ask the Honorable Education Minister, as you have clearly stated that you are waiting the fund from the central government, it means that you know very well that the fund will come. Then why you are afraid? 3rd October 2021. In his statement, he said, why the MDA government, led by the NPP, National People's Party, cannot pay the salary of the SSA teachers because 90% of the fund, they depends from the central government and 10% to be borne by the state government. I want to bring to the notice of all the SSA teachers and also to the notice of the citizens of our beloved states. Yes, we also agree with the Honorable Chief Minister that the funding pattern between the central and the state government is 90:10. But there are certain provisions or certain conditions related to the salary matters which the Honorable Education Minister did not mention. It seems that he's trying to hide that part. Because as per the section of the RTR, that is section 7 clause 5, it is clearly mentioned that if by chance the central government cannot send the fund in time, then it is the duty of the state government to bond the fund related for implementation of the RTR or the SSA program from the resource of the state government. So this provision is there. But the statement of the Education Minister, he said that because the number of SSA is very huge, that is 12,541, it is not possible for the state government to bond such a huge amount. Which is a big question mark to all of us. It seems that even the MDA government, under the leadership of Sir Conrad K. Sangma, who is the national president of the National People's Party, they are trying to sideline the issue of the SSA teachers. They are trying to sideline the issue of the SSA teachers. During his election campaign in 2018, he mentioned that if we come in power, vote for us, we will bring the change. Now, this is the change. I think you agree with me. This is the change. Yes or no? Yes. 5 months running, 6 months, SSA teachers are without salary. This is a big change what Sir Conrad K. Sangma is talking about and what he had promised us during his campaign election in 2018. As announced by our General Secretary, Sir Ralbingrang Nonglai, on 22nd October 2021, in the General Executive Committee of the Meghalaya SSA School Association Central Body, we have taken a decision related to point number 1, that is to shift us all the existing 12,541 SSA teachers from State Implementation Society to State Education Department on regular basis as per provision and section of SSA and RTE norms. We will file a case in the High Court related to this issue number 1. Why? Because we have evidence with us that it is our right that government should regularize us. Number 1, which we have already taken, that is to take away the portfolio of education from Lakman Rambui. Number 2, to implement all our 3 demands within 2 weeks. If they fail to do so, whether you give us the approval or not to file a case in the Meghalaya High Court related to point number 1.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Are you agree or not?
Yes!
Please raise your hands. Are you agree or not?
Yes!
Okay, today I announce after 2 weeks, if the Honorable Chief Minister did not take away the portfolio of Education Department from Sir Lakman Rambui. Number 2, if the state government did not fulfill all our 3 demands, then by the end, then after 2 weeks, we will file a case in the Meghalaya High Court related our demands of point number 1. You mention them? You mention them? You mention them? Sajisin na kakasi, yo bangikum yarakti kurma, kenapa dia syai bah? Ada ke state government, ada Chief Minister Badan Perum Jambi, Isa Conrad K. Sangma, ada slide na, yang ke portfolio Education Department, na Isa Lakman Rambui, Banungkong kebaar, lalakim penurlong yang kini kimatching dawa jungi lightly, hapo artiyo na do kasni, bagim receive, nanikin priang yang kasiti nangi, hadin jong kata kapor, piyam menjor nem, bangin lek tip jingkang, hapo Meghalaya High Court, hakabay day, but ka issue number 1. Katakalong ban penkendria yang i paro kita aja sanspa sa buengut kinong ikay SSA na State Implementation Society siya State Education Department on regular basis. Pimenjon em! Pimenjon em! Pimenjon em! Swabangan penkut, menemen step swabangan 1 sa kanila jingala. Ngami na ying Nakajing isne ikon jang alay mo. Bali ngong buta ni Maria ding ade no hikay SSA ilok jong aro de no hikay SSA. Kon jong alay mo nenta idon tidon apre ka chitam na perkhat. Ngong ba ngan pe ikni ikon jong alay mo ne ngan lek sa kate ka jingala. abang asyong ngapusan ngaperkat bang ba kita dikadar ajar sanspa sa huwengut kinong hikaya si kawan ka cipasiyaw kila pen kamti hangay ka nikalang kor bangkit kade ka kamram ka jonga bangan pendep ya ka nikalang kor kat ba ngadang bat ya ka nikakam bat nakajin siyaw skem jumot pada kajin siyaw jumot na wan siya ka nikajirang dah kaba kermen scam ba baro kino hikaya si kipo jindwai dah menta kajin kasem kajong ba kum joro dah menta kajin kasem jong baro kino yalam kiba pi pila penshet ya kan ikakam menne kaba rak chong ange kajin mucing perkat jonga kaher sikon kitinga foli lo mo la long kumno kiong la kham jem menta ai go you play ulan ne ikikamba kumle sibon kumle sibon